Yo guys, what is up? I'm NeoHD, and today I have another tutorial for you guys. This tutorial will be for the PSP. This is another one. This one will be to get a custom game boot when you're launching the PSP games. Like the intro thing, this will change it. This way it works, and I'm going to show you a demonstration of how it works. This is different than all the other ones. I'm not going to be swapping back and forth like my other video because I have Remote Joy Lite this time. So, yeah, that'll make it easier. So, I'm going to have this in the description. And what this is going to do is it's going to be a bundle of game boots. And whenever you go into it, it'll have a decent amount to choose from. And the reason why I never was able to do it before, I used to struggle with this, and you guys might be, you might not be, but if you were like the way I was, this would probably like the 100th video I'd come upon. And whenever you get there, most videos are saying, alright, you drag the .pmf in. That's wrong. You gotta have PMF and RCO. I learned that the hard way. I almost bricked my old PSP doing it, and that sucked. Okay, so I just made a random file like this, and all you do is you take the two ones you like. Oh yeah, I almost forgot, I gotta show you guys the game boot. It's like one of the specific parts. Okay, this is my first custom game boot. Okay, that was one of my game boots. That one was pretty cool. That's the one I have installed right now, and I'm probably going to put it back on, but I'm going to show you guys a different one as an example. But, hold on, let me see if this goes back. Because I'm going to need to show you guys some steps. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna take these two ones that I like. This is another God of War one, but you gotta get the PMF and the RCO. And I just made a random folder to put them in because it's easier to extract to first. And whenever you put them in there, you rename the .pmf to game boot and the .rco to opening plugin. I'm going to leave that there for a couple seconds for you guys to be able to pause and look at this and see. Okay, that should have been enough time for you guys to pause and everything. Now, here comes the step with the PSP before you connect it and do everything else. You hook up your PSP. Don't put it into USB connection yet. Make sure you have custom firmware. You have to have this in order to do this. If you don't, I don't know how to do it. If you want to know how to get custom firmware, watch my other video. But as you guys can see now, oh wait, I am running 6.60 Pro B10, and this is a PSP 3000. Okay, all I'm gonna do right now to get into this part, in case you guys are really wondering, is just press the select button. That's all I'm doing. Boom. Now what you do is you go into USB device, scroll over once to flash 0, like just using the arrow keys to the right. Then you go down to recovery menu, you press X. I'm pretty sure it's configuration. Yeah, it was configuration. Then go to protect flash and USB device mount, and you disable that. It sounds scary. It sounds like you're gonna end up bricking something, but you're not. You're gonna be okay. You go to back, and then back. Okay. Now you should be good for that part. Now you are literally going to want to go into how I do it, just to be careful, is I go recovery menu and then toggle USB. And I'm gonna have to unhook the Remote Joy Lite because I can't toggle USB at the same time. Okay, so you toggle the USB. I gotta wait for it to load up. Close that. As you can see, everything is different looking. There's no ISO file, there's none of that. It's completely different because you're pulling it from the flash drive instead of the memory card. So now you go into VSH, resources, and most people say, oh, copy the opening plugin in the gameboot.pmf. Well, you could see I see them, but it's because I've done this before. If you're like, I don't see them anywhere, I don't see them anywhere, don't freak out. It's alright. If you're really that worried about it, just copy resource and then paste it to your desktop. I'm not going to do that because I already have it right there. So now what you do is go back into there. You take your custom game boot and you drag both of them in, and then copy and replace, and copy and replace, and there you go, it's in there. Now you can just exit off, and I'm gonna have to load back up Remote Joy. Come on. It's nicer if you guys go into that menu by pressing select and you scroll all the way towards the bottom where it says reset VSH. I'll show you guys that if I can get this thing going. I'm probably just gonna have to reset it anyway. Sorry about this, guys. I'm trying to get this running. There we go. What I was talking about with the VSH, this is just to ensure it. You press select and then you click that. I'm not going to do it right now because it'll reset. Like, it basically, whenever you're pressing fast recovery, it basically just does that again. But it makes it so you'll make sure that the custom game boot will be in there. Alright, now let's check if the custom game boot worked. As you can see, that was different. That obviously wasn't the same. If you think it was the same, then you can go back to the beginning. That basically sums it up for it. If you guys are confused on any parts, you can ask me in the comments. If it's going to be anything, I think in this video I know what the problems will be, because they're problems that I had to go through. But whenever you guys are done, if you guys want to reset all the settings back to normal, you would just press select, go to USB device, scroll to the left, back to memory stick, go to recovery menu, configuration, and enable. And then you go back. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Favorites are always helpful. And subscribe to support me and Project EPiK in our campaign. So see you guys.